Hey everybody, this is Carlyle reporting for Sportskeeda MMA, and I'm happy to be joined by my guest. He is the former Bellator Featherweight champion. He's AJ the Mercenary McKee. How you doing, AJ?
Oh, another day in paradise, man. I can't complain. How about yourself?
Oh, doing well, man. And you're getting ready here. New Year's Eve is gonna come up. Bellator versus Rizin, big event there. When you first heard the news about this, that Bellator was going to be cross promoting with Rizin, and you'd be one of the fighters competing on the card, what were your initial thoughts about it?
Man, I was all geared up for it. I was just happy that they selected me to go and represent not only the organization but my country and the 155-pound division. Especially with me being so new into the 55-pound division. Um, yeah, it was just phenomenal, man. It's an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm intrigued with the rules sets. I've been watching Pride since I was a kid, so that's what I'm really looking forward to, is going out there throwing some head stomp kicks and knees to the grounded opponents.
Yeah, it's the rule set too. So has that like impacted your training at all, or is it still business as usual in training?
No, I'm pulling out the full arsenal now. You know what I mean? If someone's down on the ground and I see an opportunity to throw knees, I kind of just simulate the knees real light. I'm not trying to knock my teammates out and whatnot, but if the opportunity arises, I'm definitely trying to throw some soccer kicks to the head and knees.
Gonna try and get on that highlight reel there. Soccer kick KO, kind of like Rampage
Man,
back in the day.
dude, that would be so phenomenal. Since I was a kid, it's been like my bucket list. So, like I said, just this opportunity coming full circle is it's surreal.
And that press conference in Japan, was that the first time you've ever been there, or have you been there before that?
No, that was my first time. Yeah, so it was pretty cool, man. It was different. I was out walking the streets and just kind of just getting familiar with the area a little bit, just trying to explore a bit.
And yeah, the crowd, the fan base, like just some of the fighters I've talked to in the past that have competed in that environment, it's a lot more silent, they say, when compared to the States, and it's a little bit of a different atmosphere. Is there something you've done in your camp to maybe simulate that, where you're going to be fighting in an environment where maybe they're not going to be as rowdy as what you're accustomed to, but they react differently depending on what you do in there?
No, for me, I feel like it kind of works out to my benefit, just because when we had COVID going on and whatnot, I got to fight a fight with no crowd, and I feel it really just it brings out a different aspect of not only a fight but the fighters in whole. Um, it's about what's in here at that point. You know what I mean? It's not so much in here. You don't have the crowd pumping you up and whatnot. So I feel like the Japanese fans, they kind of understand that a bit more, and they admire your work in those glorious moments, and they cheer you on in those moments. But for the most part, they just kind of kick back, relax, and let you do your thing.
And last time we spoke, you were just getting ready, gearing up for your lightweight debut against Carlyle, and you came out on the winning end of that fight. So, how did you feel in there competing at 10 pounds heavier, new weight class, and an opponent like Spike Carlyle was so tough to put away? You pretty much hit everything at him, and he kept coming up. Like, what was that like competing at lightweight?
It was phenomenal. I felt great. A little bit bigger, a little bit faster, a little bit stronger. I felt my output was a bit more. I don't know. I was just looking to finish him. I think I could have probably finished him with a sub, but I was so focused on punching and whatnot that I think the whole submission game kind of went out the window.
Yeah, and also in that fight, like it is a different weight class, and everybody the talk is for some fighters when they go up, maybe they decide, okay, I liked it, I tried it, I'm going to go back down. Do you have any of those feelings, or is it now fully committed to lightweight even after this whole cross promotion event?
I'm down with both, man. I just feel like that's just the type of fighter I am. I can kind of fluctuate wherever my heart desires. 45 or 55. Especially having this trilogy still up in the air. I'm just waiting for Pitbull to man up and sign that contract one last time.
And speaking of Pitbull, you're both competing on this card. Is it different now? You're going to be cheering for Pitbull, Team Bellator. Like, how is the interactions between you two be now that you're spending time together in the press conferences and especially at the event there?
I mean, we're cool. We're cordial. I don't think I'm ever cheering for him, but it's just, it's business. You know what I mean? No hard feelings. I just think it's part of our legacy. You know what I mean? We got to fight. We have to do that trilogy for the sake of his legacy, for the sake of my legacy. And it's what the fans want, man. You got to give the fans what they want. If you don't, then what's the point of all this?
I agree there. Two fighters in Bellator like yourself and Pitbull. I think it would be a shame if that trilogy didn't take place there. And just speaking of this event, you're going to be fighting against the Rizin lightweight champion and Satoshi Souza. What have you seen out of him maybe before this? And is your game plan changing now that you maybe found like more tape on him and just seen his recent performances?
Um, no, he's just a really good jiu-jitsu artist. He's got a lot of finishes, so I haven't seen much on him. He's just very high level jiu-jitsu artist. His one loss, he got clipped and he just went down. So it tells me when it comes to a dog fight, he's not really one of those people that wants to engage in one of those. But at the same time, he's looking to get to the ground and take these guys out, which I think that's going to be a task for him to really have to work quite hard for. And yeah, I think for myself in this fight is going to be just mainly sticking him on the feet, keeping it, keeping it long on the feet, and forcing him to take a bad shot and just capitalizing with those knees or soccer kicks.
And also, because it's not a title fight, but you're facing a champion there at lightweight. Has Scott Coker told you anything? If you win this fight, you'll get a title shot against Usman Nurmagomedov in the Grand Prix?
No, he hasn't talked about any of that. That'd be ideal though. I mean, get the hard work out the way, but for the promotion's sake, they probably won't do that. They'll probably put me as the dark horse and make me work my way through the tournament per usual, but I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? I know I got a job to do, and at the end of the day, everybody's 0-0, and may the best man win and come out 3-0.
And they did that to you in the Featherweight Grand Prix. It took a while before you got to that Pitbull fight, but you proved to everyone that you're the best in the division. And then when you guys fought, everyone saw what happened there. But just in terms of that lightweight Grand Prix and Bellator's lightweight division, since you've joined it, what did you make of Usman Nurmagomedov's performance there against Pitbull? And did you think he was going to win so dominant like that and take the title?
Kind of, I've always felt Patricky wasn't the champ, Patricio was the champ. He gifted his brother that belt for a early Christmas present, and the Grinch Usman came through and swiped it up from him. So yeah, man, he's dude's doing great things. You know what I mean? He's the man with the plan. He's the one with the belt. So he's the target at the moment. But for the most part, yeah, I think that'd be a great fight. Stylistically, we both have the wrestling, we both have the jiu-jitsu, and I just feel I have the advantage a bit more on the striking. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, sometime next year is getting within that tournament and kind of walking through that thing, and hopefully getting Patricio to step up to the plate before he ducks off to the 135-pound division.
Yeah, that'd be great to see there. And be remiss if we didn't ask you, like Alexander Volkanovski has been a fighter that a lot of people have been comparing you to, or they've wanted to see you fight against. He's doing something similar in the UFC, going up to face Islam Makhachev there in February for the lightweight title. How do you see that fight playing out?
I'm not quite sure. He's kind of a small guy, though. You know what I mean? So I think he's gonna struggle a bit with the range and whatnot. I mean, post rugby career, we know he can gain the weight. We know he can become a big boy, but he's not going to get taller. He's not going to get bigger. You know what I mean? So I think that's going to be a big factor when stepping in front of these 55-pounders, because even myself, when I step in front of these 55-pounders, we're all equal now. We're the same height, same length and reach and whatnot. So for the most part, there's no big advantages just outside of the skill set.
I agree there. And aside from fighting, like other activities, like to wind down, like do you have any other hobbies or interests that, when you look at your fighting career and you try to like phase that out a little bit, is there something else you enjoy doing?
Racing cars, man. I'm all in the car scene. I'm in the middle of purchasing a simulator so that I could be on the track day in and day out. You know, my ideal day would be wake up, run a couple laps on the track, go to the gym, get done training, go home, eat, run a couple laps, go to sleep, wake up, run a couple more laps, go back to the gym, come home, eat, sleep, or eat, run a couple laps, and then go back to sleep. And hopefully within a couple years, you know, you learn the tracks, you learn the circuits, and you learn your race lines, your apexes, and turn into a professional driver.
Oh, so you've always been like adrenaline junkie type, like fighter and race and cars, like
Yeah.
always into that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a California thing, you know, SoCal thing. I think California, we just the race life has been embedded in us, you know what I mean, since Fast and Furious. Like I've watched every single one of them since I was a kid. The car scene has just been it's been something I've been intrigued with my entire life, and I got a nice collection myself from Supras to S2000s to hopefully I get an R34 one day. I love cars, you know what I mean? So I got the Corvette, the Caddy. I got a nice little collection, you know, and I'm just looking forward to continuing to expand it more and more and more. You know, I'm an import kid, but I'm turning into an American lover. I think I'm gonna be a Chevy boy.
Oh, that's good. So you like the tuner scene then? It's more like tuner cars or muscle cars? Like, is that your preference
Yeah, I
now?
like the imports, man. It's something about the imports. I fell in love with the CRX. You know, they were like little tin cans. That was my first car. It was the 1990 Honda CRX. I got a B18 in it, bored out, 2.0, precision turbo, 62, 66. Turbo max out about 700 horse. I'm going all wheel in it right now. My S2000 sitting out front. My 2018 Caddy CTSV is sitting out front. So I got a nice little collection. Then I got a 2012 Grand Sport that's cammed headers, blower, like probably like 900 horse.
Yeah, you're making a lot of people jealous there, AJ.
I love the
Sounds like an
cars,
amazing
man.
collection. I like it.
Yeah, I love
Uh,
them.
Before we wrap up here and let you go, like how can our viewers here at Sportskeeda MMA stay up to date with everything you're doing on and follow you on social media?
You can tune in. All my social is AJ McKee 101, one and the only one. So tune in. Hope you guys enjoy the show. And yeah.
AJ, I appreciate you sharing your time here and coming on to talk about this, and wish you all the best in this Bellator versus Rizin event coming up, and hope you get that W there against the Rizin lightweight champion.
Thank you, man. Appreciate your time. Stay blessed, peace, blessings, and happy holidays.
Thank you. Same to you.